Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tarot Off the Cuff. My name is Kevin Quigley, and we are so glad that you joined us. Our next reader is Nancy Antenucci. She's a soothsayer, a pool player, and a movement magician. In her first life, Nancy was a choreographer and a dancer. She loves teaching tarot, and we hope that you love what she has to offer.
Hello, I'm Nancy Antenucci, and my nickname is Nooch. So welcome to Tarot Off the Cuff. I'm going to use my very, very old Morgan-Greer deck and just pull a card, riff on it, see what comes out. I've been teaching for years and years. I love teaching. I learned most of my own tarot language by teaching and being with others and experimenting, seeing what works, talking about it, dialoguing, so this is just a joy to do. I think that we learn a lot by just listening to other people's locker room stories. So, all right, cards. Every once in a while when I shuffle, especially for myself, not for my clients, but when I shuffle for myself, there's just a little like, Mama needs new shoes. I don't know why. It's still a gamble. It still feels like a gamble after reading for like 35, 40 years now. It's like, I still feel that excitement of, give me something good. Give me something exciting. All right. Well, okay, hello. It did. So the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is that sharing. And it could be the sharing between your outer self and your inner self. It could be companionship, true collaboration with another person. It could be true love. Certainly, that just the idea, that beautiful gesture of drinking, sharing your self-love with another. It's still, throughout this whole weird time, and this, you might be viewing this years after, but this is the year when the world broke into, thank you, COVID. That what surprised me after people came a little bit out of the shock of things, because for a couple months I didn't do many readings. I didn't even really know if I wanted to do readings for others, and certainly everybody seemed to be holding on to their dispensable cash. I know I was. So there was this hiatus for a while, and I thought, when I start reading for people again, wow, we're going to really be reading a lot about work and money and purpose, and those things still do come up. But what really surprised me when the readings started pouring back in again was, does he love me? And am I ever going to find love? And it just warmed my heart. It just did. It just made me fall in love with humans again, because I'm thinking, oh my God, we could have a gun to our head and we're still thinking about, yeah, but the guy over there has a gun to his head and he's kind of cute. It just, that need to be seen and reflected and cherished by another. I just think that's humans at their best. And there's a lot of readers that are just like, yeah, if I read one more thing about an ex coming back, and sure there's obsessive loops and fantasy and emptiness, obsession, codependency. Yeah, you're going to read the whole gamut when you're reading for people, because you will definitely be reading about love if you're going to read professionally. But there's a sweetness to that. There's an innocence. There's an openness. There's a really strong belief system, especially, I think you tend to attract a certain kind of student and client, not all the time. I have multi-generational clients. I've been working with some clients and their entire family for like 20 years. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very honored that I've been able to do this kind of work. But I would say that a big chunk of my clients tend to be single people in their 30s and 40s, struggling with either trying to make a relationship work where the other person simply does not love themselves, or an addiction of some sort, or where the relationship was really based on as allies, as colleagues, as, almost kind of like work partners, or the other part of the population that does not have a partner at all and not sure how to find one or to have one. This is very, very big. It's the top three. I think there's three things I read for most people is love, money, and health. And when it comes to love, it's like I often, I've found a couple things. I mean, the longer you read, there's certain of your nuggets of your own wisdom that start to be kind of road posts for you that are easily shared with others. Not that you're going to repeat the same thing every time you see the Two of Cups, but that is the thing I'll tell people is like the greatest influence on your love affair is the way your partner loves themselves. That is the biggest influence on you. And for a big part of that has, in a way, nothing to do with you. So love's crazy, isn't it? Love's hard. But it's also, it's, if you don't, even if it's not a love, it's also really deep friendships where it's just, I think love picks our friends too, as much as it picks our lovers. I'm not going to mention any names, but I mean, I have a couple friends where I'm like, why are they my friend? But I can't help it because I love them, It's like, well, I'm not going to get rid of them ever, even though I've thought of it, but it's like, I love them. So I can't, I kind of have to be there. So I don't think, I think karma has gotten such a bad rap. It doesn't have to be, karma's holding you together, bad karma. It's like, no, sometimes it's good karma. Sometimes it's just like, no, we were sisters before in another lifetime, and I'm definitely going to tolerate you with love in this one, so it works. I think another thing that Two of Cups might come up for me is like you as a reader with your client. And you really, and this just, my 2 cents, but you're not there to fix them. And you're not there to give them your sage advice, although it helps every once in a while to sprinkle in a couple things that you've learned in a hard way. Keep it minimal. And also always keep it in the flow of, is that what you're being directed to say? Is that what the card is showing you in the bigger pattern? Is that relevant? So you do have to kind of keep your ego way in check and try to be as neutral as possible. But as a reader, you're there to witness. You're there to listen. You're there to offer sanctuary. You're there to have them be seen and to be heard, because that is really rare these days. That's and getting more rare, is because, well, and even now with cyber and our screens, it's hard to reach through, but that listening is essential. So it's not really as a reader what you have to say, it is how you can reflect what they are able to hear themselves say or what they can believe. I don't, that got way too complicated in just saying being a loving presence and really holding them, not only as a human, but as a spirit. Just, I can see your spirit. I know the source. I sense the source of you. I sense the love that is all around you and within you is literally going to really change the power of the reading. So, in other words, it's not just the information I'm giving to you from the cards. Ever. It's that sense of you and I are entering a space together now where we can really focus on you aligning yourself so that you have a life that you really love, and that you love yourself under all conditions, which might be called unconditional, and the spirit is unconditional. It's unconditional love. So again, it's interesting. I can't separate the Ace of Cups from the Two of Cups, because that ace needs to be there first, that self-love, that self-recognition. And as a reader, for me to help someone else really kind of zone in on their spirit and feel their love and feel their power, I got to come to the table with that. I need to have my ace lined up before I can go into a Two of Cups situation, which means I do need to meditate. I'm not just saying that. If I don't meditate, I'm not finding ways to quiet, to listen, to observe myself. I don't think meditation is an absolute must for everyone, but some kind of spiritual practice is. And I would include walking your dog. That's a huge spiritual practice. I mean, there's a reason why the fool always has a dog with him, and her, them, they. The dog always brings you into the present moment, whether you want to go there or not. Or going to bed early. I mean, is it the intention to take care of yourself is a spiritual practice. So I would say that is something to keep in mind, and to just enjoy the love that will happen. All right. Thank you, and I hope this helps.
Hey, this is Kevin.
Hi, this is Nooch.
Thanks for watching.
If you like what you saw, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe. You'll know when new ones are coming. And share with your friends.
We'll see you soon.